my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Whoa. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Giants taking on the Washington football team.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes.
Second and 2. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Washington.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
4 yards remain for second down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 9 yards.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Washington.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A gain of 4 on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Jones from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers,
now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Giants. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
38, the ball carrier.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to Ward. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
The pass.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Washington 1st down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense. Are you serious?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up second down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's third down.
In the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jones. And that's complete. Albert Okurebuna. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
1st and 10 at the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It fights him off. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Grady Jarrett on the stop. The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Second and 14. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Number 26.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
To the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quarterback is sacked.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Goes up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Washington 10, Giants nothing.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown-to-interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Jones.
And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Seibert's kick is good.
The kick is.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
10. Giants 3.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ward. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. That's complete, Okuebuna. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carried by the wide receiver.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
26.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 8-yard line.
Now Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Albert O, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 20.
The Washington offense back out there. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
The pass.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Washington on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you don't give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Daniel Jones.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Saquon Barkley.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 4.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Daniel Jones sacked.
Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground with Ward. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Ward. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
14 yards.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 21.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play. Back
to throw again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 4.
From the gun, Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing the out route and complete. That's McLaughlin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 on the play. It's now 3rd and 7.
Jones now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. The Falcons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. On the run, it's Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McLaughlin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
First downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Jones pass thrown away and incomplete.
Here's Jones throwing again. That's complete to his running back, Dawkins.
Jones pass
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And the Giants send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Ward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up.
Here's Ward. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
The quarterback sack. A loss of a yard. And it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
At the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the 24, Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's McLaughlin. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Albert Okuebuna with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. On the return, here's Hall. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
Number 30.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And the Washington first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They run the counter. It's Ward.
Number 30.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees